Hello Scorpio, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is D, and today we are going to talk about your July horoscope for 2021. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to draw one card for the theme, and then we'll tie the other 4 cards each for each week into the theme. But before I get started, let's talk about what's transpired so far. Okay, now this is the year of the ancestor. All right, we're all walking to our own beat. The universal beat. We've made that commitment to walk through those birch trees and walk down that path. In January, you were met by the adder, okay, the king of bows. All right, and the adder, the king was, this is a, king of fire, king of creativity. And he asked you the question of where do you need to take charge? And I think if I remember correctly, I think this is more like a career year for you. Okay, where do you need to take charge this year? Where is that enthusiasm leading you? And that's what happened in January. In February, it was the 8 of bows and hearth fire. So you got 2 bows back to back, creative energy, that energy of, gathering around people and sharing like-minded stories. Maybe, if this is a career thing, it could be, a new project that you're working with others on. In March was represented by the Knight of Stones and the horse. And the horse shows you what path you're on. He's got that sure-footedness. He's a fighter, tactician, negotiator, all right? And he asks you, where do you need to push through? Maybe you needed to push through on getting that project going, okay? Maybe you need to push through on, bringing people together, And then the other question he asks is, what is holding you back? What's holding you back from moving forward? For March, April was, you had the generosity, okay, so maybe that project you were working on, all right, you got some leadership into it, okay, maybe there's a raise involved on it, you can spread that generosity someplace else, or maybe the company was generous enough to give you a raise, right? You can share that with others. You don't have to keep that to yourself. And as a result of that, in May you had more responsibility, all right, carrying that up for the tribe, taking that burden and doing your best at what you had to do and moving it for the tribe to move forward, right? And then last month in June was all about creating your own destiny, the maker of your own, weaving your own sweater, right? Weaving of your own fate. That's what you worked on here in June, Scorpio. So let's see what the theme is for July for you. The theme for you in July is 6 of Arrows transition. All right, you are going to be moving from maybe literally, but maybe figuratively, maybe from another project, a relationship, a social setting, okay? Could be, maybe this is a promotion within the company that's allowing you to move to another city, all right? There's going to be a transition in your thinking. Okay, as Arrows is all about logic and reasoning. Again, last month it was all about maker of your own, destiny, creator of your fate. Maybe some decisions were made on that, and you're going to move from one land to another. You're moving from the light to the dark on this, right? And you're being guided by that Queen of Arrows, that swan. Okay, because that's what he's traveling in. So let's go ahead and look at the rest of the weeks, and then we'll try to tie this in. So Scorpio, that first week is going to be represented as cards are flying out all over the place. That first week is going to be represented by the Queen of Stones and the Bear. All right, now to me, the Queen of Stones, queens like to rule the castle, very nurturing. Stones is all about finances, stability, security. All right, this queen is going to nurture some of that stability for you, nurture that materialism. All right, and she's going to be very protective. Okay, and we'll tie that into the 6 of Arrows transition as after we pull the rest of the cards. That's that first week of July for you, Scorpio. Second week, you're going to have to make a decision. 2 of bows, decision. This is creative energy. This is fire energy. This is action energy. The thing I like about that is the decision you're going to make is going to be firmly grounded. And that does tie into the Six of Arrows in transition, okay? So whatever decision you're going to make is going to align with the theme for the month. The third week is going to be represented by healing, Seven of Stones. And that's going to, that ties into the decision that you made. Whatever decision it is, you're going to have to go through a healing process. If you're moving to another job, if you're moving to another project, all right, maybe there's some hurt feelings around that. You may have to come up with some healing along that, okay? Maybe this is physical healing too, okay, where, you're making a transition and, let's say you're getting your eyes fixed, okay? And, you want to be very protective of that, and you need to make the decision of doing that, okay? You may do that. There might be some healing there in that third week, some physical healing for you. It could be spiritual healing as well, all right? And that's all part of that transition that you're going through this month. And then the fourth week, Scorpio, is going to be represented by the Eight of Stones, or the Eight of Arrows in struggle. All right, and that fourth week's going to be a struggle for you. And recognize that, because any transition that you do have is always a struggle. The biggest thing on it is, how do you handle it? How do you handle the struggle moving forward? Okay, you've made that decision in the second week. You're healing through it, okay? And now it's a struggle to get things moving in the direction you want, even though you're transitioning. So let's see how all this relates. So again, you got the Six of Arrows transition. Last month you were weaving your own destiny and make your own fate. And now you're in that transition phase. You're moving forward like I talked about. In the first week, you got the Queen of Stones, the bear. Okay, and she's, a protector of the land. That's what she's symbolic of. And the question that she asks is, what needs to be preserved? What needs to be preserved emotionally? What needs to be preserved physically as you're making this transition? As you're going through a transition, let's say. What needs to be preserved psychologically within what's going on? And then the other question she asks is, where do you need to make more space? If you're transitioning from one area to the next, you might have to do some clearing out, okay? You may have to do that up in your head. You may have to do it in your heart as well, okay? You may have to do that physically in your home, or maybe you have to do it physically in an office if you're transitioning into another job, let's say. Maybe you made that decision last month in June. You know what? I'm going to be the maker of my own destiny. This is what I want to do. Maybe going into business for yourself, okay? And now you're in that transition phase. What needs to be preserved in that business aspect, let's say? Okay, what's the ideas and ideals that you want to carry forward? What are some of the thought process and the skill set that you've got, okay, that needs to be preserved to make your transition into entrepreneurialism, right? Or, even on a different project, if you're moving on to a different project. Maybe even a relationship. What needs to be preserved? I want to preserve that friendship, okay? And where can you make more space? If it's where can you make more space? Hey, I need to have an office space for my home. I've got an empty basement. I can do that down there. Where can I make more space with, my project? Okay. We need to take it to the next level. Maybe I need to bring a new team. Maybe I only need 3 members, not 4. Okay. In that relationship, where can you make more space? It's like, you know what? I need some time to grow. I need some time to learn. That's what the Queen of Stones is asking you, Scorpio. Any transition that you have is going to involve the decision. That Two of Bows, decision making. And like I said, this is good for you because the bows, that creative energy and the transition that you're going to go down the road is, the decision is firmly planted. It's firmly grounded in the earth. And it's at the top of the mountain, so it's not a low-level idea. It's not a low-level decision. This is a life-changing decision that you're going to make for this transition in that second week. During that third week, there's going to be some healing going on. And I know I talked about, maybe this might be a physical aspect. This can be in all aspects. Again, this is a general reading, but, that third week, there's going to be some healing. If you're leaving a process or if it's a physical process, whatever decision it is, you have to heal within yourself. Maybe you have to go, see a chiropractor. Maybe you have to see an eye doctor. Maybe you have to see your physical doctor, okay, to give you that confirmation, that verification of what's going on, to give you that peace of mind, let's say, right? So you can heal during this transition. All right, and during that healing process in the third week leads you into maybe some struggles. Okay, maybe there was a surgery involved, I don't know, okay? Maybe that was the decision that you had to make. Whatever that decision is, whatever the healing process is, it's not going to happen overnight. This is going to take some time. It's going to be a struggle for you to get back to where you want to be, who you want to be, and what you want to accomplish, okay? But with every struggle that you have, with every challenge that you have, that's an opportunity for you to grow. And with any transition, you have to have those struggles, you have to have those obstacles in your place, those challenges in your place to transition from point A to point B, to transition from one job to the next, to transition from one relationship to the next, one house to the next, okay, one project to the next. There's going to be some struggles. There's going to be some areas where you're going to have to learn and grow, and that's good to it's good to have during the month of July. Because you've got that opportunity to go outside. You've got that opportunity to, breathe in fresh air and accept that challenge in whatever's going on out there. So Scorpio, there you have it. That's your card for the month, the Six of Arrows transition. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. And this is Dee for the Spirit's Path. We'll talk to you in August. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, Scorpio.